Hey, it's Lindsay Bryan-Podvin, and I'm here today talking about traveling, especially how you deal with money as you travel with your friends. So before you even take off, first make sure that you are travel compatible. This means making sure that your version of vacation somewhat or mostly aligns with your friends. If your version of vacation is hiking and exploring and being out from dawn till dusk, and somebody else's version of vacation is holding as still as possible, probably not a good idea to travel together. So first, make sure that you guys are on at least the same page when it comes to what you want to do. Once you're on the same page about what vacation means and what this particular trip means, you should also check in with what their expectations are when it comes to food and lodging. Some people are totally fine camping or hanging out in hostels, whereas other people want 5-star accommodations. Again, make sure you're on the same page. If you guys are on the same page when it comes to the style of vacation you're going to take and the type of accommodations and travel that you're going to be doing, go ahead and book. Then talk about budget. Who's going to pay for what? Is one person going to put everything on their card and ask for other group members to pay them back? Is it going to be it all evens out in the end situation where one person picks up an Uber, the other person picks up lunch, and the other person picks up drinks, and you just figure it all evens out? Or is it the type of trip where you tally up every single thing and make sure that every person has paid what they pay? Or maybe everyone goes it alone. Everyone pays their own way for everything. Whatever you do, make sure you talk it out before you get there. When it comes to eating out, it can be tricky, especially when it comes to a large group. Especially if you're traveling abroad, it is not common to split up the tab. And here in the States, most restaurants don't let you split up the tab if you have 6 or 8 people with you. So dining for sure is something you're going to need to talk about. Couple different options. Again, you can kind of say, I'll pay for what I had. You can say we're going to split it up evenly, but make sure you discuss it beforehand. If you're paying back that person, I find it can be really helpful to use apps that tally up what you've spent and what you owe. So instead of sending money back and forth between each other or paying each other back constantly, what you can do is use an app like Splitwise that tallies up everything that you've spent money on and that your friends have spent money on, and it does all the tallying and math for you. So at the end, you just have one total that says you owe X person this much money or X person owes you this much money. So much easier than going back and forth. But again, only if it works for you. So what do you do when you think you're on the same page and then all of a sudden you find out you're not? So maybe you thought you were on the same page when it came to splitting up meals. Everyone kind of figured they'll pay for what they owe, and one person will put it on their card. What happens when you go out to dinner and somebody is ordering champagne and lots of nice food, and at the end they say, oh, we'll just split it evenly? You can let them know right then and there, if they are close to you, that that's not going to happen, or that was not what you had expected. Or if that feels really uncomfortable, afterwards you can go up to that person and let them know, hey, that was not my understanding. I'm happy to send you money for the food that I had, the drinks that I had, plus tip, but I'm not going to be splitting it evenly. That's totally fine. The other thing to think about when you're traveling with friends is you do not have to be with them the entire time. This is not camp where you have to do the exact same activities from dawn till dusk. Maybe before you guys leave, you all agree that no matter what, you're going to do dinner together, or there's this particular activity that you all want to do. That's fine, but also save some time for yourself, or if you're traveling as a couple, save some time for just the two of you. So I hope you enjoyed this video about how to talk to your friends about money when it comes to traveling with them. If you have more personal questions, head over to mindmoneybalance.com and set up an appointment to see me. Thanks.